Hi friends, and welcome to this lesson. Now today we are going to talk about a very important topic in communication, which is known as consideration in communication. So let's now just see what consideration in communication means. Now consideration in communication actually means that you prepare every message with the message receivers in mind. That means you are preparing every message keeping in mind your receiver, your reader, and you have an attitude that wants to build understanding with the receiver. You also want to have empathy. Even if you don't agree with something, you still want to understand it, have empathy. So this is the you attitude. This is not the attitude that you have when you are self-centered. This is you are centered correctly. You are centered in your receivers. So it's the you attitude. And you show deep empathy, understanding of human nature, to study who your receiver is, what kind of a mindset they would be having, what kind of an understanding they would try to get through this communication, and you try to then incorporate all those things into your writing so that your receiver understands what you are saying. Whatever your message may be, the message has a strong chance of getting the person to take the desired action through understanding. Friends, understanding is the biggest motivation. When I understand that something is going to be beneficial to me, then even if you say no, I'm still going to go for that benefit. The challenge is, are you going to be able to show them that benefit so clearly that they would then be forced to take that action? So instead of focusing upon I or we, you focus on you exclusively. So forget about the benefits that you are seeking through whatever action they take, or whatever benefits would accrue to you or to both of you. We think about only the receiver. Be pointed towards the receiver, be focused towards the receiver, and in so doing, now you should be able to show the audience benefit or your interest in the receiver. So if you can do that, then you can certainly win people over to your line of thought, to the desired action, because that is one of the goals of communication, to be able to get the desired action. So if you are able to emphasize positive and pleasant facts, if you are able to emphasize the true benefits that your audience may expect, just writing that you're going to get benefits, these are the benefits, not going to help. You've got to be able to make them understand how these benefits would accrue to them. So that is a very important consideration. So focus on audience's benefits. Whosoever is going to read this, whosoever is going to receive this, how do they see this thing benefiting them? So in their mind, they should experience the benefits. When they read what you have written, in their mind they should start experiencing the benefits. If that happens, then your job is done. Even without a call to action, people will act. But if it is a negative situation or negative piece of writing, then you need to avoid the use of you. And even otherwise, you don't need to keep writing you. Since the person is addressed and you've sent the communication to the person knows it is for him or her. So even if you don't write you in every sentence, they'll understand that when you talk about the benefit, you mean you will get the benefit. So it's for you. And for negative things, use the passive voice. Do not use the you there. Now, showing audience benefit or your interest in the receiver, it simply means how is the audience going to benefit. That's what I was telling you. It's not about writing you'll get this benefit, you'll get this benefit, you'll get this benefit, because the person is going to question you, how will I get the benefit? Can you demonstrate that? Can you make me understand how I will get the benefit? Most of the time, people make the biggest mistake, which is stating the benefits but not showing how the person or the recipient is going to be benefited. So unless you are able to demonstrate that, unless you are able to make them understand clearly what the benefit is and how it would come to them, your job is not done. So this is very, very important. And just inserting you in every sentence does not mean people are going to feel convinced that this is something that is meant for them. Now, how do you emphasize positive, pleasant facts? My dear friend, positive, pleasant facts, they say that even a stalled clock, a wall clock that has stalled, that too shows the correct time twice a day. So my dear friends, in everything that you try to communicate, there will be something positive. Now you have to look for that positive thing, because there's a saying, every dark cloud has a silver lining. So this positive fact that you are talking about is the silver lining. So look for it. Alright? And once you do that, then your job is half done. Now, among the positive words that you can incorporate would be these words: benefit, cordial, happy, help, generous, loyal, pleasure, thanks, thoughtful. So a positive word evokes some positive memories. A negative word would evoke negative memories. So blame, complaint, fail, default, negligence, regret, reject, trouble, unfair, these are words that we write in anger. We want to convey our anger in some way. But friends, if it is about conveying anger, then go and convey anger, but your job will never get done. So what's important is, what is my purpose? If my purpose is to make a person who has, refused some favor to me, or whose product or service is not to my satisfaction, and I want them to take some action on it, then I have to approach them in such a way that I give them a way out, and I am able to motivate them to take action in my favor or in favor of whatever I have requested. And for that, only pleasant facts, positive facts, mentioning what is negative, what has happened in a nice way, and use of some nice words probably will create an atmosphere through which you will be able to get things done by those guys. You understand? So do not be in a mood to let off steam all the time. I see a lot of very frustrated people roaming all around who are abusive, who write negative mails, send negative messages to people, and in the end, what happens? Nothing happens to the people to whom they send these negative mails or messages. They end up spoiling their own mentality, and their life gets spoiled. So, my dear friends, having consideration not only for your receiver, but having consideration for yourself, having consideration for your business, having consideration for everybody involved is very, very important. And if you are going to follow some of these simple things that I am trying to convey to you, then your writing, your communication is going to become absolutely great, and you would be able to get the desired action most of the time. I am not saying all the time or every time, but most of the time. So, my dear friends, I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much for watching it. I'll see you in the next. Until then, all the best.